What are we talking about?
It's already live.
Hey guys, Mark here, Stephen Bubalo. We're here to have a bit of a chat with you about land that we've got for sale in Warriewood, houses that we've got for sale in Warriewood. Can you believe how good prices are at the moment? For about 1.1, we can get you into a brand new house, 5 bedroom, 1.18 I think it is, 5 bedroom, 3 bathroom, 2 living room. I'm going to hand you over to the guys. We've also got one of the best mortgage brokers in the business, Christian Stevens. He's going to have a quick chat with you again from Shore Financial. Independent. Let's switch you around. We're going to help you see what we've got. Mr. Burge, Mr. Bubalo, Christian, Shore Financial. So, what we got here? Tell us the price.
So we've got a great opportunity in Warriewood where basically you can buy a house and land, or just land only, where you could basically have a single level home, 3 to 4 bed. The total price would come in $1,050,000 to 1.1
for a brand new house, no strata levies.
No strata, single level block, or for a 2-story for under 1.2.
344,000 for that house. Seriously.
Yep. And the land is about starting around 800 to 830,000.
So no strata levies.
No strata.
Standalone.
So super competitive, because when you look at the total price, you can't buy anything in Warriewood. Almost units are at that price. Brand new townhouses start around 135. So you're coming in at a better entry price point than a townhouse. You're getting nearly double the size block, single level or 2-story, no strata, no common walls. Very good opportunity. But the biggest thing we've had at the moment, there's a lot of speculation that financing is getting difficult.
Yes.
So we thought, why not address the issue, get in contact with some of the best brokers company in Australia, and find out find out A to Z what's involved, what you can do, what you can't do, any advice out there. So we thought we'd bring in Christian.
Okay, so taking it from the top again, we can get you into a house in Warriewood for $1,050,000, brand new house. Yep. 1.15, 1.18, 2-story house on a block in Warriewood.
Which means nothing if you can't get the money.
Okay, it means nothing if you can't get the money. So
it could be 100.
The money guy. So what we want to know, Christian, is, okay, let's run a scenario, some prospective purchasers. These guys are living in DY. They're living in a unit worth $850,000.
They bought
the unit for 12 years. They bought the unit for maybe $300,000-400,000. They've chopped a bit off their mortgage, so they've paid a little bit of that off. So now they've got a baby or two. They want to position themselves into a house in Warriewood. How the hell are they going to do the finance? How the hell are they going to do the sell and get the finance? Yep. What sort of money do they need to be earning? What sort of deposit do they need to have to be in a brand new house in Warriewood with no strata levies?
Yes.
I think housing affordability has been a big issue for everyone across Sydney. Anyone in the beaches or lower North Shore who bought a property more than 10 years ago, it's doubled, in some cases tripled in value. That means you've got a lot of equity to play with. It's a great way of buying another property without having to use your savings. Ideally, you probably turn your existing property into an investment, covering any mortgage you had on that property. So
keep their unit that they have.
Yeah, most of the time.
Must have big income for that though.
No, because the rental income would cover whatever mortgage you have on that property, I would imagine, especially if it's double, tripled in value. And then your deposit actually comes out of the equity on the existing property. So you're not actually having to use any of your savings. It does sound a little bit complex, it's actually not at all. And then it allows you to purchase this new property without paying any mortgage insurance, without using any savings, but also taking advantage of your existing property you've got. In some instances you may have to sell it, but look, we can let you know that information pretty quickly. I did a bit of basic research on my way here, using CoreLogic and whatnot, and those price points to get a 5-bedroom home, freestanding home, is significantly lower than anything available on the market at the moment.
So what do you reckon they'd sell for, Michael, if someone bought one of these, they did a home, 5-bedroom home, 2-story, maybe it's going to cost them, say, 118, somewhere around there, after they buy the land, after they build the house, 118 it's going to cost them. What do you reckon it's going to be reselling for, something like that?
When we did the planning for this development, we didn't want to compete against your traditional house and land properties where they were starting at 16, 17. We wanted to attract buyers who were looking virtually at townhouses, which we're looking, even at the moment with the adjustments in marketing. Townhouses are starting at 1,325, and the larger ones, which are still smaller than these, go up to 1,448 in the area. So even if you're being conservative, if you're taking the buyers who are looking between 1,3 to 1,4, and you offer them a freestanding home with no strata, you'd comfortably say you would either be the same. So if you look at the higher end of the townhouse range, which is 1.4 to 1.48, you'd have to be on par. But then you would think, there's only one of these developments in Warriewood. There's several townhouse developments, so there's 20 or 30 on the market.
So how many blocks of land do you have left? You've sold almost all of them, haven't you?
Yes, so we've got 6 left.
6 left only?
Yep, all can accommodate single level home, 2-story home, single level, 4-bed, 3-bed, 5-bed, single garage. Some can accommodate a double garage. What do you reckon, Steph, especially with that price point?
Yeah, look, I think exactly what Michael's touched on. Warriewood now, there's been a completion of a townhouse development in McPherson Street. They're reselling anywhere from that 1.3 to 1.4 price point.
For townhouse.
Strata's attached for a townhouse, 3-bedroom townhouse.
Strata.
You can come into a house here, freestanding, only 6 remaining out of the 29. But the key thing here that I can see is that upshot. Like, everybody's thinking the market's gone down. You can finish this, you're going to have 150,000 equity, pretty conservatively when you finish this. So if you're building at 1.2, your resale is going to be at least 1.4 to 1.5.
Because if you're a downsizer selling your 5, 6, 7 bed, 5, 6, 7, 5, well, let's go 7, let's go up to 7 bedroom house, and you look a lot, the townhouses they can't buy because they're they don't want to buy because they're 2 or 3 stories and they've got stairs. So you're not really downsizing to go to a property with stairs. The apartments, they're generally building in the area 80 square metres. So how can you go from a 200, 300 square metre home to an 80 square metre apartment? If we were to put that on the market, that home, I would comfortably reckon, 139 to 149, and that's a no-brainer.
Strata levies.
And you can have this for $1,070,000.
I've got to know, Christian, and I want to keep this really simple. I've got to know this answer. I'm in DY, I'm in a unit worth 800, 850 grand. I got a mortgage of 400 grand. I've got 2 kids going through school. I'm going to sell that unit in DY. I'm going to put in my pocket 400 grand. Can I, if I'd sold that property in DY, can I get into this and get a brand new house in Warriewood? How much, like, I know you haven't got a crystal ball. What sort of money do me and my wife have to be earning? What sort of deposit do I need to have to be able to get into a brand new house in Warriewood?
These are very crude numbers, but
Yes.
If you times your total household income by 6,
Yep.
it's a very crude way of doing it. Obviously, it doesn't take into account personal loans, car loans, and other stuff
By
like that.
6.
By 6,
Yep.
That's normally how much you would need to cover whatever debt is required.
Okay, so I'm going to run the numbers. So, we want a big house. So let's say 1.1. Let's say 1.1 as a round number.
Yep.
But I've got 400,000 I'm putting down as a deposit, so that's 700,000
loan.
It's 700,000 loan.
Oh,
For
yeah.
a 700,000 loan at an interest rate of.
Well, it depends what LVR. So 3.55 to 3.75 is pretty
We say
doable
4?
at the moment. Well below 4.
Well below
Yeah.
4. Okay, let's say 4 times 7, 28, so 25 grand. I've got to have times 6 of that. So me and my wife have to be earning 150 grand together.
Which is very doable.
Very doable. And what sort of deposit do we have to get into
Well, this
a new
is the
house
thing.
in
For a lot of
Warriewood?
people downsizing, you're going to have a significant deposit
I've
from
got
the new
400k.
sale.
I've got 400k.
Well, you probably purchase it well below 80%.
Yep.
Because you have the 400. It depends on what you're wanting to leave afterwards. Some people want to borrow a bit more so that they've got
On
some
the side.
savings
Yep.
on the side. If you're a first
Or
home
spec up the
buyer,
home.
which I think is an important conversation to have as well, families potentially wanting to buy a house. We can go up to 95% quite easy to build.
Wow, providing they got the income.
Yeah, and
Adam,
also
Adam Nassif has made a comment. He said, good value, just valued a townhouse which sold for 1.315 on McPherson Street, which is a semi-busy road from a bank valuer in Warriewood. That's great information.
Also, with the purchase of the land and the build process, often that can be interest only as well. So if you're an existing client renting or you've got an existing mortgage, obviously having 2 properties can be a bit daunting. There are ways that we can shuffle that around so you're only paying interest only for the build and the drawdown period of the construction, which means that there's a lot of waste off you for that period, and then once you've completed and you change your current property to investment and move into the new home, it's much more affordable for families that are stressed about cash flow.
That's huge because we've just had a lot of clients sort of stung with their loan switching from interest only to principal and interest, which could almost be $500 to $1,000 a month, which is almost like another wage. And I think most loans have stopped, are only doing P&I at the moment, aren't they? So to be able to get in, so that would be the difference between doing the house and land option, where you'd have to do P&I and interest, to doing the land, and you could at least do just interest.
A lot of people want to buy the land. They don't know if they want to build straight away. They might want to build in 6 months, 12 months.